Man, there's too many girls out here acting like, oh, I don't care, I don't care. Like, man, like, whatever happened to caring about each other, caring about how each other feels? Whatever happened to that? Why is it all about this? Oh, I'm independent, I don't need nobody. It's 2025. Women out here making money. They don't need a man's money. Like, they don't really care about, you know, what a man thinks or a man's opinions. Doesn't matter. And whatever a man's opinions is, it's his opinions. But you as a woman or anybody in a relationship can't go in a relationship with somebody and disregard that person's opinions and think that that other person should still try their best, put their best foot forward while you're out here with complete disregard to my opinions. That's what I don't understand. Like, I'm so confused. A lot of women, especially nowadays on dating apps, God, I can scroll through them. I took so many photos. It's all about this. Don't hit me. Don't text me unless you already have reservations. Unless you have a date in mind, a reservation, a time, a place, and when. Unless you have those things, do not text me. Do not swipe right. And it's like, bro, that's so disgusting. Why would I want, especially when it's, you've looked over the profile and you're really interested as a man in what you see, not just because of how sexy she might look, but maybe like she's very, well ornamented or whatever the word is, decorated. Like maybe she went to a school, maybe you like the school that she went to, maybe, because she's from a foreign country. Maybe, you heard her voice to a question, you like that, or you saw her social media, but whatever the case is, it's like, unless I have reservations already for somebody that I don't even know, and I mean, for the first message, the very first message, before I even say hi, what's going on, I need to have reservations. Like, I saw this there. They were like, hey, beautiful, don't hey, beautiful me. That stuff kills me. I want to hear your date plans. I want reservations. Like, bro, that is such a turnoff. And it's not even that it's such a turnoff. It's just so wrong. Because, like, why are you only focused on that? This is what I was like. The problem nowadays is a lot of women are looking for stability instead of loyalty, or instead of core values, instead of leadership. They're not looking for the right things nowadays. They want stability more than loyalty, more than compatibility. They care more about how much you make than if we're even a good match later on down the road. Like, do you even care to stick with me in the long run for forever? Is that your goal? And a lot of women will say that, but that's only because they're looking at where you are now or where you might be. Because when you look at Travis Hunter, I mean, it's very similar. The allegations is that, she's only out here for the money. He's already making some money, but she knows that he's about to be a big timer in the NFL. So he about to make even more money. So that's probably the only reason why she with him, allegedly. But I'm just saying, like, that's an example right there. Like, women that's not looking at you as a man, but looking at what you got in your pockets. And looking at Travis Hunter, I mean, a lot of people are allegedly saying that, he comes off as weak. And I can kind of agree. The way he's defending his girlfriend for basically putting you down and just not honoring you highly. She doesn't view you as highly as a lot of other chicks would. The way she kind of just wasn't that excited for you when you got your award, and the way she just kind of nonchalantly said, oh yeah, he wasn't really my type in the beginning, and all these other things that's starting to pop up and show up. It's like, my guy, like him saying that he used to drop her off at a party, sit outside in the car all day long and just sit there. It's like, that's kind of weak. But the thing is, like, women aren't valuing those things anymore. What type of woman is really, really attracted to a guy that's sitting outside waiting for her for like 3 hours? while she's in there messing with somebody else allegedly. And you're really attracted to that. That's what we are. That's kind of where we are nowadays. I just can't stand it where you're not looking, you're not valuing those things in a man. You're not like, I don't get it. Like, you're embarrassed with the man that you're with. Like, this is my thing, especially going back to the Travis Hunter thing. It's like, yo, if you think other guys are out here better, why are you only sticking around with him because of his money? You're clearly want other guys. Your mind is clearly elsewhere with him. Not saying you're not with him, but clearly he's not enough. So you want to go outside and go get, the things that he doesn't have. You want to go explore that. But then when it comes down to being that prized wife, if you want to stick around, like, that's not that important. I mean, that's important, but like, him as a guy, he's not being highly valued. And the problem with him is he's just, I don't know. He's fine with all of this. I couldn't. But I just I don't like it. I don't like the direction that we're going in. Who said women can't work and be independent? When you look at the Proverbs 31, that woman was working. It was talking about that woman going out in the field and buying property, spreading thread, spinning thread with her hands, weaving textiles and this and that. So that woman was definitely hardworking, definitely talented, definitely brought something to the table. Absolutely. If a woman can go out there and buy property and buy land back in the biblical days, okay, we're in modern days now. It's no different. Women were just as hardworking back then, were just as much entrepreneurs, just as much skilled and talented as men, but yet they wanted to be the crown on a king's head. Yet women valued and treated men much more back then. A woman could provide for herself back then. It even said a woman would go out there and even find food too. What? It's teamwork. So that's why I'm like, a man that makes all the money, like, who said a woman can't work? Like, what? The idea of a woman combining her income with another man's income is unattractive. Were they calling it 50-50? It doesn't even gotta be 50-50. Even if a man's putting in like 70-40, like, no, now it's like 100-0. Like, bro, that don't, like, no, come on, bro. Literally all of my money I'm spending and you're not spending any. If anything, shawty, you gonna spend your money on the kids and I'm gonna spend my money on the house, the bills, and your expenses as a woman. Because I know you gonna have these things you want to get done. Or you could spend the money on the groceries and the kids or just whatever. But it's not going to be completely all my money, bro. Like, get out of here with that, man. It's not like I'm selfish, but it's like, bro, if women back in the day in the Bible could work very hard to be entrepreneurs and they still wanted to be a support to their husband. They still want to be underneath their husband. They didn't want to be equal eye level to him. They still look up to their husband. They still submit to their husbands. They still let their husbands be the head of the household. Yet she's such a hardworking woman. Yet she's out here providing for the family. Women provided back then, but nowadays it's like, oh nah. If you're a man, you got to provide everything. It's so disgusting, bro. Like, women don't provide shit nowadays. They don't provide anything nowadays. If you notice, that's why I'm like, bro, what kills me is women that want to go on dinner dates every week. Like, whatever happened to, all right, a woman trying to cook something? I'm not saying women have to cook, but it's like, it's such a steep decline in women that cook nowadays. It's so crazy. Like, almost no woman that's under 30 cooks or even knows how to. It's sad. And I mean, I'm not saying that we can't go out to eat like every other week or even on a regular basis, but it's like, these women that I'm talking about, bro, they don't know how to cook at all. So they're literally ordering food every week. And that's why I'm like, bro, a lot of these women, that's their problem. They don't know how to cook, so they expect a man to pay for dinner every night, every week. Or like, and I'm like, bro, let me tell you something, dog. In a traditional household, It's not healthy to eat out every week. It's not healthy. It's really not. You need to cook your own food as you get older. That's why I'm like, all these things about going on dinner dates every week and try. It's such a young person's thing right now. It's such a modern world thing right now, where it's like we care more about going out and eating and having traveling and going on trips more than getting to actually know the person in front of you, more than getting to know if this person is a match. Like, before we even know if we're a match, I mean, yeah, we might have matched on the app, but before we even talk, before we even get to know each other, before I even get to pick your mind, I probably want to just ask you a simple, like, what's your journey with God like? What's this like? What's that like? Like, I might have so many questions about you. I might be very curious about you, but you're turning me off because you just want me to come at you with reservations. This is the problem that I'm talking about, yo. This is what I'm talking about. And it's not funny. Like, it's not funny. Like, some women will really sit here and be like, oh, well, they'll think otherwise. Like, a man should still do this. But I'm like, bro, do you not see how disgusting this type of thinking is? Do you not see how this is not contributing to a healthy relationship? Like, you want to know what I can do for you before I even get to know you? Like, what kind of thinking is that? It's so selfish and it's so disgusting. Like, it's so concerning. Like this is not right. It's the selfishest thing. It's literally like going to a job interview and saying, how much are y'all about to pay me? And if y'all not paying me this, I'm not sticking around. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to get the job. Because anytime we do a job offer or interview, we always try to make it seem like that's not what we're here for. Everyone knows that when you get a job, you're trying to get paid. We all know this. But you don't go to a job interview saying, I want to know, like, requesting the pay. Like, that's a turnoff to a job. So why do women do that with men? I don't get it. Women would never go to their job and start demanding pay or expecting pay or start talking about pay and make pay a big deal. They want to go to work and present themselves as like this great person that, you know, I'm not really here for the pay. I'm here for the team. I'm here for the job because I love this. Deep down, we know you really want to get that pay, but you're going to go to your job and you're going to put up your best professional self. I don't get it. Why are women becoming more professional with their bosses than their own husbands? They're becoming more professional at work than at home. You treat your bosses with more respect than your own husband. You respect your coworkers, your male coworkers more than your own lover. Like, I don't get it. You respect other men that aren't trying to talk to you, but the guy that's trying to talk to you, you're disrespecting him completely. And it's not even that. You're allowing him to talk to you. This is what I don't get too. A lot of women, but it's normal. Like, they're not interested in you, but they gotta keep a guy in their DM. They gotta have somebody in their inbox because it makes them feel wanted. So that's why I'm like, bro, women are naturally deceptive, bro. Like, they always gotta have a guy that they're not into. They can't handle it. That's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like, they can't handle it. They gotta have a guy. They gotta have a sucker in their inbox. It makes them feel good. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, a real mature woman doesn't need that. That's the thing. Like, real women don't need that. But a lot of weak-minded, just weak-minded women, most women are like that. They need a guy, a sucker, just so that they can feel good about themselves while they're out here really looking for the main guy. And that's the thing I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be that sucker. But at the same time, I'm not about to sit here and throw all my money in this and I'm not getting anything out of it either.